All month long, we've discussed strategies and tasks that, when used in combination, can help you develop and refine your unique artist voice. My name is Carrie, and here on Artist Strong, that's what I do. Help artists like you refine your skill and develop your unique voice. Today, I'm hosting a mini workshop for you that's designed to help you put all of these ideas together into your own action plan for finding your artist voice. You'll need a pencil and paper, or you can sign up immediately below the video to get a fillable PDF that I use in today's workshop. I want to reiterate before we begin how finding your artist voice takes time, patience, and grit. If you haven't heard of grit, it's the most important quality to develop for your success and happiness in both your art and in your life. I talk all about grit in a video that's linked below. These 3 ingredients for finding your artist voice is kind of like a recipe, but the measurements of each ingredient will be unique to you. Don't spend time comparing yourself to others. It does happen, and when it does, you can use the experience to your benefit. Perhaps a style, technique, or idea inspires and influences you to action. In the first video, we talked all about making a lot of art. Our friend, Artist Flora Boley, told us to make 100 artworks. So in my worksheet, that is the number I choose to use and commit to creating. Decide for yourself what constitutes a lot of art. Commit to that number. The more public you are with this commitment, the more likely you will follow through on it. Choose an online or public in-person place to make the announcement, and then pick a date to announce it. Once you choose the number of artworks, you will need to consider the logistics of executing that goal. How long will it take you to achieve your goal? What size should you make your artwork? These 2 questions are important for you to consider if you really aim to achieve the goal that you've set for yourself. 100 16 by 24 inch paintings will be very different in terms of a time commitment compared to 100 4 by 6 inch paintings. Be honest, what is realistic for you to achieve with the rest of your life? You have work, family, other obligations, and interests that create your life. It's already ambitious to create 100 artworks, so don't go crazy with a fast timeline or super large artworks. Once you know the number of your artworks, the size, and your timeline, it's time to list artists you admire and want to study. You can also list artists that you feel have directly influenced your art. This is what we talked about in the second video. This list will be a reference for you for whenever you're feeling stuck or you need new ideas. And it is a great starting point for the development of a series of art, which is video 3 in this guide. You could have 10 series of 10 artworks, 20 series of 5 artworks. It's entirely up to you, but I highly encourage you to review the video on working in a series and use this strategy to help you complete all of your artworks. 10 series of 10 artworks sounds a lot less daunting to me than 100 paintings. I am all about breaking down larger goals into chunks. It helps fuel and maintain our motivation when we can see ourselves ticking off a bunch of our smaller tasks and achieving them. Now, it's time for you to list as many ideas, techniques, and media that you wish to explore. These are all possible starting points for different series. Now, choose the one that excites you the most. The last step is to prepare to receive feedback on these artworks that you plan to create. Video 4 in this guide gives you all kinds of support on how to use feedback to create your best art. The first thing I want you to do is to list different people you can trust to give you useful feedback. It's wise to include both artists and non-artists in this list, as both groups can offer you different kinds of information. Once this list is done, it's time to create a list of questions that you can reference and use when you ask these people for feedback. Creating a list ahead of time gives you an opportunity to ask specific questions and get better feedback from people than if you show up with the work and just say, I'm looking for feedback. It's easier for people to help you when you ask them specific questions, like, when you look at this painting, what story do you tell yourself? Or, I'm concerned about my composition in this work. Can we talk about the placement of my figures? You can also add to this list or change the questions as you create your art. As you make more art, the kinds of information you need to inform your art making will likely change. Do you want feedback on the art you're currently creating? What about today's workshop? I'm hosting a Facebook Live weekly question and answer session on our Facebook page called Becoming Artists Strong. I'll give you specific feedback on your art and answer your questions about developing your unique artist voice. All you have to do is post your question or the artwork or artworks you want feedback on to the Facebook page. You could also post it inside our Facebook group or tag me at Artists Strong on Instagram. I look forward to seeing you. It will be Fridays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. But please don't worry, if you can't make it live, the replay stays on the Facebook page, so you can start sending me your questions and find out about them after on the replay. Pop over to the Facebook page either way so that you can watch these videos and learn. Now, it's time to be creatively courageous. Tell me how many artworks you plan to create and your estimated timeline to complete them. Remember, making a public statement is the beginning of holding yourself accountable to your goal. If you found this mini workshop useful, next month I'm hosting a series of free workshops on finding voice, as well as sharing some experiments that can help you find the right way to promote your art. Be sure to sign up for the webinars below this video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you next week.